Hi guys, Wanting Certain here, back on the video, and we're gonna be doing today, what if Naruto was OP but betrayed? And we left off on where the old man asked, sorry if you guys heard that burp, asked Naruto to become his disciple, and Naruto said, finally. Well, didn't say finally, he said, okay. And not disciple, let's say more student. Let's just say, yeah, student. I just said disciple, sorry. So it's the next day, and Naruto's on his way um to the old man's, let's say, dojo, I guess, or training area. And Naruto's like, I think I'm strong enough, but I don't think I'm strong enough to beat Itachi. And Naruto would walk over, and he would get there, and it took him around roughly 10 minutes. And Naruto's there, and Naruto can see as the master is waiting for him outside. And Naruto walks up to the master, is like, "Hey, guy, hey, old man." And the old man greets Naruto. Naruto greets the old man, and Naruto asks, "So, what are we gonna do for training?" And um, well, the master says, "Fine, then let's get right into it." And he hands him a kendo sword. And Naruto looks at the sword and he sees it's a wooden sword, and he's like, "What are we gonna be doing?" And the master says, "Well, you'll see soon." And the master uses his key and says, "Come out, chakra beasts." And a bunch of chakra beasts just appear out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of them, and the forest is full of them. And all of them can hurt Naruto. And the master says, "Well then, Naruto, you'll be on your own for now." Like, wait, what do you mean? And the master disappears. And then all the monsters look over to Naruto, and then Naruto's like, "Oh no!" And Naruto gets talked to telepathically, and the master says, "Remember, you can't use chakra. If you use chakra, I'll knock you out instantly." And Naruto's like, "This again." So Naruto goes and starts running. Sorry, you guys heard that. That was my bottle. Starts running, and Naruto uses his kendo sword against them and sees that even though this is a kendo sword, it's very durable. And Naruto's able to take out a few chakra beasts. But every single time he takes one out, one reappears. And Naruto starts to get a little worried. So Naruto stalks in a tree, and Naruto starts collecting a lot of wood. And Naruto starts to cut the bark off the wood and starts eating the bark. And Naruto's like, does that old man want to kill me or something? And Naruto checks and looks under him and sees that there's a bunch of chakra beasts trying to take down the trees. And Naruto starts dodging through the trees. Sorry, you guys saw the thing come up. And Naruto starts to defend himself, and the tree falls, and Naruto is made to go down. And Naruto's like, "What can I do? I can't even use chakra." And Naruto's like, "Wait, is no, I won't use it. And I promised Guy Sensei I wouldn't." And if you guys don't know what Naruto promised Guy Sensei not to use, then go watch the episode where I said that. I'm trying to remember which one it is, but I forgot. But Naruto is able to take out a lot more, and Naruto can see that slowly his strength and speed is increasing, but at a super slow rate. And we fast forward around a week, and Naruto has a bunch of scars on his body, and Naruto is kind of working out, and Naruto started to get that lean physique, and Naruto sees a chakra beast, and the chakra beast start running away, but Naruto is already in front of it and says, and just takes his sword and slashes down, and the chakra beast is cut in two. But Naruto can be seen in physical pain, and his arm is excruciatingly in pain, and Naruto says, every single time I use it, it hurts so much. And Naruto's like, I need to find somewhere where I'd be safe. And Naruto starts digging up the ground with the kendo sword. And and Naruto remembers what the master said, and he said, "If you use chakra, I'll knock you out." But he supposed that the master said, "Oh, if you use chakra while fighting, I'll knock you out." So Naruto uses a little bit of chakra to make uh use a slight thing that Hogoromo taught him. Now we flash back to what Hogoromo was teaching him in Naruto's head. We see Naruto in a kind of dojo type clothes, and Naruto's barefoot, and Naruto greets his Hogoromo greets Naruto, and Hogoromo tells Naruto, "Now, I will teach you the chakra creation." And Naruto's like, "Chakra creation?" And Hogoromo explains that chakra creation is a way to materialize chakra in stronger forms and things you can move around. Such as, remember how you could use actually, I'll show you, says Hogoromo. And Hogoromo taps Naruto's head and shows him how Gara during the fight. Well, this isn't in canon, but I'm just gonna add it in for plot sake. Plot sake. Sorry, I got a little tongue twisted. That he used his sand to make kind of like sand hands, and Naruto's, yeah, what about it? And he's like, and Hogoromo says, sorry, burped again. Hogoromo says, well, I'm gonna teach you how to do that with raw chakra. And Naruto looks over to Hogoromo, and um, the landscape is kind of like a patch of land, and there's kind of like a single patch of land in the dojo, not in the dojo, like a little mini house. And Naruto's like, fine, well, what I have to do? And Hogoromo extends his hand, and out of nowhere comes out a staff, and he grabs this staff, and this staff isn't the sage's except path stand. It's just a normal black metal rod, and no, it isn't a chakra rod. It's just a normal rod, and it's made out of metal. And Naruto looks over at it, and he's like, "Where did that come from?" And Hogoromo explains chakra. So Naruto asks what he has to do, and Hogoromo says that it takes a lot of chakra control. And Naruto's like, chakra control? Why? And Naruto likes to explain things, so Naruto likes to ask things so he can get to know why this is and that. And Hogoromo explains that the way that you make these is by condensing your chakra into multiple points. And this will eventually become a whole hand, and it will become a hard material hand. And Naruto tries this for at least 2 weeks until Naruto finally gets it right. And Naruto looks over at his hand and sees his gigantic hand. And take this hand like the expansion jutsu hand. It's a part of him like a normal hand would be. So Naruto remembers this and does the hand. And Naruto starts to excavate like an excavator. And Naruto eventually makes like a little underground shaft, and Naruto uses his chakra creation to make spikes in the ground, and he just waits until he notices a bunch of chakra beasts falling into it. And if you guys want me to explain what chakra beasts or what I'm talking about, um, remember the tiger that oh yeah, also one thing, I was about to say something that I spoiled. A guy wanted to, well, I don't remember his name. I'll tag him in the comments from the last video. He wanted to name the tiger Strike, or the chakra beast tiger strike. And yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. So the chakra beast strike, the tiger, is a chakra beast, one that can use chakra. And the old man does not use chakra, but can use it to a certain point. And Naruto's like, okay. And he waits around and sees and waits till daytime. Naruto wakes up and he's like, oh, my head hurts. And Naruto looks to the side and sees the pile of monsters there. And Naruto can see that every single time that one would die, he wouldn't wake up. And this is strange because normally when something's dying, they roar. But then Naruto checks one out falling and dying, and it just immediately after touching the rod dies. And Naruto kind of pokes the rod slightly, doesn't even put any pressure, just taps it, and his finger that he tapped it with, just bursts bleeding. And Naruto covers this up with um soft wood and a few leaves. And Naruto's like, "That's some sharp stuff." And Naruto grabs the chakra beast bodies, and Naruto grabs the bones and starts carving them into small knives. And Naruto's like, so. And he carves it into a fine knife. And Naruto starts cutting up the meat and starts filleting it. And Naruto makes fire and takes wood and puts it like kind of like a grill. And Naruto makes kind of like a, the grill top. He makes that with chakra creation. And Naruto's like, I'm running out of chakra. This chakra's creation stuff is really hard, and I shouldn't have taken that deal. And then we do another flashback. Naruto is in a bed with Huromo Indrainashira, and they say that he has to spend the next 4 months without using the Nine Tails chakra, or Naruto has to pay up half of his mind to them. And what I mean by that is they get to control half of his mind. No matter what, that is their domain. And Naruto does not want to lose this deal. She's like, I don't think I will be able to use my normal chakra anymore. And remember, as long as these chakra creations are still in reality, they will drain his chakra. Slowly but surely. And Naruto finishes up filleting it. And Naruto carves out a spoon and fork and slight knife to eat, and Naruto continues eating. And Naruto says, "Well, uh, I'm full." And Naruto looks over to the trap and sees that nothing has fallen yet. And Naruto's like, "Well, time to go out and check if anything has changed." And Naruto comes up and sees that his whole entire patch of wood, he sees that half of the forest is gone. And Naruto's like, what the? And Naruto sees fire, and he's like, don't burn down the forest. And Naruto, well, half of the forest is gone that he's in. But Naruto can tell that the forest goes on forever. And that the master made this own pocket dimension where there's a bunch of chakra beasts. Well, I wouldn't call it chakra because he made them out of ki, but still the same thing. It's basically like chakra. Just that I will explain the difference later. Naruto would go off and would check whatever's doing this. And Naruto looks up to the sky and sees a phoenix. And Naruto hides in a tree. And the phoenix is killing anything it sees. And Naruto looks up to a mountain and sees a nest. And Naruto's like, I thought it was only forests. And Naruto kind of runs over there. And Naruto is climbing the mountain. And Naruto can tell that even though this seems like a normal mountain, this mountain seems like it could go on forever. And Naruto climbs it for around 2 days, using his kendo sword to cut out spaces in the mountain so you could sleep. And Naruto eventually makes it up. And the phoenix is there, and Naruto hides under the nest, which is a very big nest. If you guys ever seen Hunter x Hunter, remember on top of the world tree, unless you finished it, this is spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Hunter x Hunter, so skip this for around like 20 40 seconds just to make sure. On top of the world tree where there's these chicklings. Well, it's kind of that big, but the chicklings aren't that big. It's just that, well, yeah, they're not that big, but the mom is as big as as 2 times as big as one of the chicklings. And Naruto climbs up, and Naruto can see that the phoenix is highly alert. As soon as it sees Naruto, it can't flame him because he's in the middle of their children, so he doesn't want to kill them. But if you guys ever seen or heard the myth that phoenixes, when they die, they turn to ash, but then get reborn. Um, so Naruto's like, "Calm down, buddy," and Naruto, um, the phoenix lowers its head, ready to flay him. I just said for a long time, ready to kill him, and Naruto rubs its beak in its head and puts his head against it, kind of like never mind. It was about to be a spoiler. Kind of rubs his head, the phoenix's head, and the phoenix kind of warms up to Naruto, and Naruto would kind of get on its back and start to kind of like go to sleep on it, and the phoenix would kind of start flying, and Naruto would feel safe because he knows that this phoenix would not kill him. And Naruto climbs up, and Naruto gets flown up into the air, and they start flying, and Naruto's kind of sleepy, so he kind of starts falling asleep until he hears flames, and he can see that the phoenix is throwing like feathers, but they're full of flame, and as soon as they touch the ground, it makes a big explosion. Naruto says, "No, it's okay," and starts petting it, and it calms down, and Naruto looks at whatever this is, and he can see that there's a bunch of monsters trying to come up to the nest, because they know that if they eat a phoenix egg, then they would become one of the strongest chocolate beasts that would ever have existed. And Naruto's like, "Well then, come on!" And Naruto kind of swan dives, and he's cutting down every single monster that comes at him. And Naruto sees swarms of monsters that he's never seen before. And Naruto's slowly becoming a little lightheaded, and Naruto can see that even though he's using maximum strength, this is taking a lot out of him. And Naruto ends up beating every single one of them, but Naruto's full of bruises and scratches. Naruto seems all bloody and battered, and the phoenix comes down to Naruto, and it starts rubbing its head against Naruto's body. It's like, "Hey, buddy, make sure to keep those little guys there safe." And Naruto starts to breathe heavily, and the phoenix drops a feather, and this feather is all majestic like. And Naruto grabs it and says, "Thanks. Is this a parting gift?" And Naruto gets knocked out. And Naruto wakes up and he looks down. He's like, Am I in hell? Hogoromo, Intra, Ashira?" And Naruto's back in the dojo, in the normal dojo. And Naruto sees the master. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing, you old man? You almost killed me." And the old man's like, "I know. Calm down, kid." And Naruto would look down to himself and would see he's okay. And Naruto would talk to the old man. He's like, "Why did you send me there?" And Naruto's talking to the master says, "Well, I wanted to see how strong you were." And Naruto looks down to uh his body and can see that even though Naruto's a little taller, he still looks like he's as strong as a barbaric man. And Naruto isn't like how do I say this? Like The Rock big, He's like more like short, muscle, lean. Kind of take this Naruto inches height a little bit forward to the neck, and you would have Naruto, I guess. And Naruto's like, so what now? And the master says, well, you've been gone for 2 days. And Naruto's like, 2 days? I spent 5 months in there. And the master looks at Naruto and looks him up and down and is like, I can tell. And Naruto looks over to his body and sees how big it's grown since old times. And Naruto's like, can I go see somebody? And the master's like, sure, you've been gone for a long time. I think you deserve it. And Naruto's like, see you, master. And both master and Naruto are trying to grow a kind of like Jiraiya and master kind of bond. And Naruto would go over and go to Haku, and he's bare shirt still. And she would open the door, and she'd look at Naruto up and down. I was like, you've been gone for 2 days. What happened to your body? And Naruto's like, what do you? Oh, sorry. And he puts back the shirt on, and Naruto kind of started blushing, and Haku starts blushing as well. And Naruto's a little embarrassed, and Haku's a little embarrassed as well. And Zabuza's like, yo, Haku, who's that at the door? And Naruto's like, still shirted, because Haku says, no, it's fine. Keep it off. I like it. And, um, sorry. Okay, no, I'm laughing for no reason. Naruto's like, wow. And Zabuza looks at Naruto and he's like, I'll be out of the shower in a second. And Naruto's like, I have to go. And Haku's like, no, you just came. Sit down. And Naruto's like, I have to go see somebody, but, I'll be gone for a few weeks, okay? And Haku's like, fine, but be safe, okay? And Naruto kisses Haku on the forehead, and he's like, see ya. And Naruto starts running, and he's like, gotta get to Ino's house. And Naruto gets to Ino's house, and knocks at the door. Sorry, Johnny. Knocks at the door, and, Haku's, no, I said Haku's. Ino's mom opens the door and says, the, the demon, what are you doing here? And the dad's like, yo, buddy, get out of my house. And Naruto's like, sorry, I just came to see Ino. He's like, and the dad's like, what do you have to do with my baby? And, I don't know if this is how they would actually act, but I'm just gonna make them mean, just for plot's sake. Naruto's like, what a tough crowd. And Naruto would say, sorry, I just have to tell her something about school. It's very important. And the mom's like, no, I can tell her myself. What is it? And Naruto's like, it's really personal. And she says, fine. She's upstairs in a room. And before Naruto enters Haku's room, well, before he knocks Haku's room, the mom's, Naruto's already knocking, and, Ino's mom, Naruto came inside kind of bare shirted, and she's kind of looking Naruto up and down, and not still mad at him, but a little squirmy. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So Naruto, would enter the room, and start stretching. And like, Ino, and would you would hear someone falling, and hear inside the bathroom like someone's putting something on, and has a towel on. He's like, Naruto, and she kind of jumps on Naruto, and Naruto kind of catches her and is like, why are you jumping on top of me? And Ino's like, I missed you, and I've just been gone for 2 days. And Ino's like, yeah, that's the point. You've been gone for 2 days. You haven't came to school, or you haven't answered any of my messages. And what I mean by messages is that you have messenger crows where you can send messages. I know it's a rip off of Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever you guys use, but I'm just saying. And um, Naruto's like, sorry, I was just somewhere. I was just telling you I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks, and Naruto says fine. No, not Naruto. Ino says fine, and she says, "But where are you going?" And Naruto's like, "I can't say." And Ino kind of looks at Naruto like pouting, like, but she's like, "Fine." And she's kind of suspicious, looking Naruto up and down, thinking he's going to like cheat, or like girls are normally superstitious. And Naruto's like, "Don't worry about it. Your old man and your mom." And Ino looks at him like, "What? What about him?" "I don't think I made a good first impression." And kind of starts laughing like, "I don't think anyone would like you, Naruto." And Naruto kind of looks and kind of says, "What?" "But I do." And kind of kisses Naruto on the head. And Naruto's like, "Thanks, And they kind of kiss mouth to mouth, and Naruto is like, "See you later," and jumps right through the window. And Naruto makes his way to Hiruzen's office, and Naruto hears them talking, and he hears the elders and a few villagers talking to Hiruzen, and Naruto overhears them, and they're talking about expelling Naruto from the village, that they think he's a little bit too much of a danger, and Hiruzen's like, "But he's the nine-tailed Jinchuriki. He's an asset to our village." But the elders and the villagers say that even if he was, he's too much of a danger. He killed Minato and Kushina. They're the strongest ninjas we knew, and or in the village that we knew at the moment. And Hiruzen says, "Well, we're not sure if he actually killed them." And the villagers like, "You don't think he did?" And Hiruzen's like, "No, that's not what I'm saying. So you're vouching for the demon." And Naruto is pissed off, and his chakra starts to leak out. And this is a normal chakra because he isn't going to use chakra and Kurama's chakra. But even if this is a little bit of chakra, they are alerted because this is a normal Jonin's chakra, kind of angry, and they're like, "Is anyone there?" And they continue talking, thinking it's just some people training, and Naruto continues to listen, calming himself down, and Naruto hears one of the villagers say, whispering, I bet he even killed his brother Itachi. And he helped them kill him." And Naruto's mind goes blank. Naruto's chakra explodes, and Naruto cannot even feel the amount of chakra he's releasing. This isn't the Nine-Tails chakra, this is his own pure chakra. And the bloodlust slightly leaks, and everyone feels like they're all about to die. Not like literally about to die, but they feel like something is there and is mad, really mad. This is a little slight bit of Naruto's bloodlust, and everyone can feel it, but even if this is a little bit, they still feel like it's a menace. And Naruto slightly kind of opens the door and is like, "Hey, Hiruzen." Oh my god. Sorry, something just happened. My phone's about to turn off. So basically, Naruto looks over to Hiruzen's like, "So, what are you guys talking about?" And Hiruzen's like, Nothing. We'll just be. Can you go out for a second. And Naruto's like, sure, sorry I came in such an early, little bit. And I said a little bit, such an early time. And because right now it's like the pure morning. And Naruto, he looks at them and he's extremely mad. He's like, thought I killed me and so, and my mother. Bastards. Naruto keeps himself under wraps. And in things again, I would never classify myself like that bastard Itachi. And Naruto would kind of flash back to the times where Naruto would always stay up late waiting for Itachi to come back from his Amba work. And when he was a little child, when he would play with Itachi, and even when Itachi used to give him some of his attention, and Naruto always felt underwhelmed because his brother never paid attention to him. Felt like he was left alone all the time. And Naruto always wanted his brother's recognition, but now he wants to kill him, no matter what. And Naruto would stop himself from thinking these things because he feels like if he does, he'll die. And he feels that everything is just too much for him to take. And Naruto's like, I need to go blow off some steam. And that's when Naruto leaves Hiruzen's office. He's on the way to the Master's dojo, ready to train. And there's I'm going to be giving it off, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment as well. And if you want, please subscribe. Touch the bell, I think that's what it's called. And yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. I guess, yeah. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.